in Canada, brought to you by Imperial Oil and Esso dealers, agents, and distributors. Ford, the better idea company with better products for you. And Molson's, brewers of Molson Export Ale and Molson Canadian Lager Beer.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Happy Night in Canada. Word Cornell here. The Blackhawks with Harlan Makita, and they will have Jim Pappen in town. And, of course, Jim Pappen with 6 goals wrote to prove something to his ex-teammates and ex-coach. On our intermissions, a visit with Jim Dory. Happy Night in Canada will return with the opening face-off.
Good evening. I'm Ken Rayback. I'd like to introduce you to some of the new people you'll be seeing during the games this year. Chris, come on in. I'm the man from Esso. Phil?
I'm a mechanic.
And Dagny.
I help Chris and Phil.
We're going to be talking to you about how you can take care of your car. The Esso people know you worry about how much it costs to look after your car. The tires, the brakes, the engine, and all the rest.
And we also know that you don't have the time to worry about it all.
So that's what these news reports will be about.
About how you can take care of your car. Easier, cheaper, and with a lot more confidence that you're getting what you're paying for.
You know, Esso stations aren't just gas stations anymore. Today, the modern Esso service station is almost a warehouse of automotive parts and services. Tires, batteries, shock absorbers, everything you need to look after your car from the day you buy it right up to the day you decide to sell it.
But there's only one way we can persuade you to drive into an Esso station and let us look after your car. Now, that's by giving you better products, finer service, more value for your money than the man down the street.
We'll be back later in the game to tell you a little about how Esso is doing it.
And also about how you can get your car ready for winter.
Okay, let's go back to Happy Night in Canada.
Hello there, everybody. Brian McFarlane and Bill Hewitt from the Gondola at Maple Leaf Gardens, and we have the Chicago Blackhawks against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And Bill, everybody, it seems, is turning out to see Bobby Hull, Stan Mikita, Jim Pappen and company.
And Pat Stapleton.
That's right. And now, our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Another player coming under scrutiny tonight, number 8, Jim Dory of the Leafs, who caused quite an uproar here Wednesday night in that battle against Pittsburgh. And I know that he had a chat with Punch Imlach just before the game, and he told me that Punch gave him a full vote of confidence, told him to go out there and play his regular game. So we're all set to go, and here's Bill.
Okay, Brian, also another surprise to see Al Smith in the nest tonight to meet the Red Hot Blackhawks with our Al Smith. As Punch Imlach has told everybody, going to give them every opportunity to make this Maple Leaf Hockey Club. So the Leafs defend the south end of the right, and the Chicago Blackhawks the north end of the left. That actually is over at the Leaf bench. Talking to Punch Imlach. They're still having a chat. That's exactly what it's all about. It's hard to say. Referee John Ashley, white jersey number 2. Linesmen are Pat Shetler and Claude Bouchard. Stan Mikita, Warren, and Moons on the forward line. Stapleton is playing on the defense with Jim Morat. Hutton for Dory. Dory bumped into Warren. Hutton with it again, back of the net. Just starting the first period, and there's no score in the hockey game. Keon intercepts the pass over the blue line. Passed it back for Floyd Smith, and Stapleton gets it out on the left wing. Moans was given a bump by Henderson. Shot it over the line. Warren hooking it to the line, over on the far side for Moans. Moans hit Floyd Smith. Makita gets it over the line. Gary goes back for it. Gary ahead for Henderson. To Keon and Floyd Smith. Smith back to Keon. Keon shot it over the line. Marat shoots it out. Keon over to Jim Gary. Puts it in outside. 19:02 remaining in this first period. No score in the hockey game. It's Mike Walton at center ice now with Larry Mickey on the right wing and Pittsford on the left. Pitt Martin, Papin, and Dennis Hull. Matt Ravlich and Doug Jarrett on the defense. Ravlich moves up with a long shot. Smith steered it out to the side. And it's Mickey with it for the Leafs. Leafs in their dark blue uniforms. Pierre Palat up the center. He took a long shot off the board and came out in front of the net. Dennis Hull was jammed into the boards by Mickey. Then Jarrett gets in it. Dennis Hull left Mickey up. Clifford ducked in a Martin, and here comes Ravlich. Pellick and Palat on the defense is Dennis Hull. Gets his shot away, and he missed the target. Papin swung his stick at Pellick, and the both of them are going to get penalties. Pellick was lifting Papin up, and Papin took exception to it, and they'll get penalties together. Papin of Chicago, Pellick of the Leafs. And the way they're starting to hammer one another right off the bat, Brian, we could have some action. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Only Esso has everything you need for trouble-free hobby motoring anywhere in Canada.
Number 8, Papin. 2 minutes for slashing. Toronto penalty to number 4, Pellick. 2 minutes for cross-checking. The time, 1:36. Slashing to Papin and cross-checking to Pellick at 1:36.
Teams are even at 5 aside. Elman out there with Ron Ellis. Back to Elman. He's covered. Marcel Kroneberg moves up with a long shot. That one's bounced in front of Dennis DeJordy. Puck goes loose to Nesterenko. Nesterenko back of the Chicago net. Pass it right in front to Doug Jarrett. Back to Bobby Hull. Bobby Hull at center. Over the blue line. Took his shot, and he missed the target. Matt Ravlich keeping it in. Shoots it around back of the net, and Pierre Parada's there. Off the boards to Ron Ellis. Up the center. Over the line. There's his shot right on. Marcel Kroneberg had it half away from him. Parat hit Marcel Kroneberg. Having get the color with it. Finally controls it to Elman. To Ron Ellis. There's his shot. And another save by Dennis DeJordy. Ravlich leads a 3-man rush with Bobby Hull. Over the line. Ellis knocked him down. Ravlich hit the blue line. Trying to get away from Elman. Centered it. Nesterenko took a shot. A hit escape. Parat and Elman going down together. Over to Elman. Back to Parat. Parat tried to beat Ellis, and Nesterenko breaks away. 1 man back. Nesterenko over the line with Marat. Marat missed the pass. Fire, and here's a 2-man break for the Leafs. Elman getting it with 1 man back. Marat trying to close in with him. Passed it for Elman, and Nesterenko got back fast enough to cover up. Here Parat over for Jim Derry. At the boards for Keon. 2 fouls. Stapleton right on to Floyd Smith's stick. Back to Keon. He centered it out to Gary. There's his shot, and that was stopped. Nesterenko. At his own blue line, up the center. A long shot right of the net. Smith to Keon. Now the teams are both back at full strength now. Papin and Pellick returning, as you saw, and they were immediately replaced. Keon trying to cover his check. Goes back to the Chicago goal. Cleared out in front. Bobby Hull with Stan Makita, Kenny Warren. Back by Jim Dory. Jim Dory to center. Then for Keon, and it failed to touch. The Hawks return again. Led by Stan Makita at center. Hook check by Horton. Gil Marat. To Warren. Right out of Horton's skate and then stick. 15:33 remaining in this first period. There's no score in the game. Gil Marat, number 2. Up for Stan Makita. A backhand. Smith tipping it to Dory. Dory just gets rid of it down the ice. And it was just wide of the net, so it'll be icing called against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Matt Ravlich coming out. You recall that he's had his injury problems in the past, Bill. A broken leg kept him out for a long time, and he seems to be making a fine comeback.
Billy Ray was telling us before the game that Kenny Warren has a slight cold mess in his chest, but he's out there. Shot goes wide of the net over the far side. Back in behind Smith is Palat. Kenny Warren foul. Up to Purford. Purford gets it ahead to Pellick. Pellick has the puck at center. A shot off Ravlich goes right to the Geordie. Here's a chance for Wilton to try to center it. Makita. Bumped by Purford. Moons. Then to Makita. Makita, Ravlich, and Warren. Makita's hooked by Wilton. There's going to be a penalty here to the Leafs. Over the line for Moons. Back to Warren. They've got 6 attackers out there. Jarrett takes his shot, and Smith got a piece of it. Pellick gets it. And there will be a penalty now to Wilton, and Pellick is right in the middle of things with Moons, Brian.
Well, the sticks went high in the corner as those two players converged. Penalty is to Walton.
Hockey Night in Canada is bringing you this game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Chicago Blackhawks.
You never know when your engine will let you down. Doesn't take much. In fact, just this much engine deposit can stop your engine cold. Only new Esso Extra gasoline with the engine cleaner prevents engine deposit buildup as you drive. Get clean starts, clean performance. Keep running on new Esso Extra with the engine cleaner for more miles of trouble-free motoring.
Up for the face-off. In the circle to the left of Al Smith. Makita, Moons, Warren, Bobby Hull, and Pat Stapleton. Mickey, along with Clifford, shoot the puck down the ice. They have Marcel Turnbull and Pierre Palat. Bobby Hull in his own zone. The pass over here to Warren. Peter given a bump by Clifford. Peter gets it back to Bobby Hull. Throws away from Purford. Here he comes to center. They throw them up. Over the run. A drop pass to Makita. Over for Moons. Back to Hull. Intercepted by Palat. Purford's loose on the left wing. A pass to Purford off the skate. Palat knocked it into the boards, and that's Stapleton back for it. 13:48 remaining in this first period. No score. There goes Bobby Hull down the left wing. Over the blue line. Into the corner, centered it. Smith deflected it high. Stapleton over for Makita. To Bobby Hull. Gets it back over to Stapleton. There's his shot, and that's way wide. Makita moves up. Batter off the board, stopped by Marcel Turnbull, and he shoots it down the ice. 47 seconds left in the penalty to Wilton. Back of the net in the Chicago zone is Pat Stapleton. 1 goal and 9 assists. So far for the Blackhawks. Up for Doug Moon. He shoveled the puck into the corner. Dory went after him, missed another check. Warren couldn't center it. Stan Nikita gets it. Dory knocked him down. Goes to the boards and holds it there. 12:53 remaining in this first period. No score. Lawton has 21 seconds left in his penalty. Kit Martin with Dennis Hull and Jim Clapham. Stapleton and Bobby Hull. Went out over the blue line. Bobby Hull for Kit Martin. Stopped by Keon over to Horton. To Jim Dory. Dory just gets rid of it with Lawton having 7 seconds left in his penalty. Up for Dennis Hull. A long pass over here for Jim Clapham. Jim Dory stepped into Clapham. Kit Martin. Over on the left side for Bobby Hull outside was Jim Clapham. And Lawton has returned to the ice.
Number 9, Bobby Hull skating off. A lot of his friends from Point Ann and surrounding district in to watch him tonight.
12:25 remaining in this first period. No score. Hellman, Sutherland, and Ramos. Martin and Dory on the defense. Martin, Clapham, and Dennis Hull. Puck is shot into the Chicago zone. Ramos after it. Back in the net. Still loose there. Hellman trying to find a man in position. Gets away from Martin. Tried to center it for Ellis. Lavledge up to Clapham. Right on the Horton stick. Horton for Hellman. He didn't see it. Martin ahead to Clapham over for Dennis Hull. He's over the line. He's getting a bent. Martin going in with a shot. It's Smith. Stop back. Hellman coming back with Horton. Horton, long pass for Sutherland after skate. Trade back for Dennis Hull and for Clapham. Clapham getting a chance. There's his shot, and he shot it 5 feet wide. Jared lets one go. Smith knocked it down. Horton has it up here to Sutherland. Sutherland over to Ullman. Over the line for Ullman. He turns. Back to Dory. Dory shoots. And he shot it right in the corner. Back for Dennis Hull. Long shot. That's right. Sutherland. To Dory over to Horton. Knocked off Dennis Hull's stick, so left the icing. 10:47 remaining in the first period, no score. Kit Martin puts the puck into the lead zone. Mike Pellick's out there now, number 4. Long shot, the Geordie stopped it. Martin going after with Nestorenko. Pellick steps into his check. It's offside. Clifford knocked it in from outside the blue line. Chicago nothing, Toronto nothing. 10:31 remaining in the first period. There have been 3 penalties. 2 to the Leafs and 1 to Chicago. The referee, John Ashley. Linesmen are Pat Shetler and Claude Bouchard. Chico Mackey at center ice now with Bobby Hull on one wing, Nestorenko on the other. The puck was shot into the lead zone. Shot right on by Bobby Hull, was trapped by Al Smith right at the edge of the net.
Starting Al Smith, and I said, "Who's your starting goaltender?" And he said, "Smith," and he said, "I guess I'll start him there for a while until we see what happens." One bad game could change his thinking, of course.
On the face-off, the puck goes back to Stapleton. Stapleton gets his shot. It's deflected off the glass. Clifford. Up for Wolf. Then for Mickey. After skate. Stapleton for Nestorenko. Intercepted by Parat. Bobby Hull gets away from Clifford. Here goes the shot. And Smith steered that one away. It was going a mile a minute. Here Parat. giving it to Purford. Shot it into the Chicago zone. Play is called. And a penalty is handed out here to Chicago. And it happens out the other end. And it's Nesterenko coming to the penalty bench. That evens it up by penalties and 2 apiece.
15, Nesterenko. 2 minutes for a holding. The time, 10:13.
10-13, a holding penalty, 9:47 remaining in the first period. No score in the game. Least for the man advantage, 6-5. Henderson to Keon. Keon got his shot. Right on. And Jordy went down and covered up.
Boston Bruins leading Pittsburgh 1-0 as we watch the replay here. There it is. Watch the Jordy smother that puck. 1-0 Boston. Williams from Stanfield and Dirk at 2:42 of the first.
That's up for the face-off. Doesn't drop fairly. They'll do it again. Sam McKeed out there with Bill Urban, number 6. There you see it, no score. Chicago nothing, Toronto nothing. Ravlich off the boards and down the ice. Elman, Smith, Henderson, Keon, and Talat. Nikita leaves the ice. Bobby Schmatz is out there now, number 19 with Urban. Keon over for Elman. Stopped there and shot down the ice by number 19, Bob Schmatz. A race for it. Smith came out of the nets. Goes to Elman. Elman back to Keon. Keon going up with Floyd Smith. Flipped it through. Back of the net for Smith. He sent it out front for Perrat. Perrat turns. Here has it. Back to Henderson. And his shot was stopped. Flat down the ice by Schmatz. A long shot, and Smith knocked that down with his glove. They hold it for a face-off, and the Dennis Hellman goes for a slide. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Because Ontario buys Atlas tires in great volume, Esso dealers give you good value on quality tires.
That's something extra from Esso. 8:42 remaining, first period, no score. It's Walton out there now with Mickey, Pilford, Parat, and Elman. 55 seconds left in Nesterenko's penalty. He's having a man advantage. Chico Mackey centering it, and Urban nearly got loose, but Elman intercepted. Now the Leafs. Throw them moving up. For Walton. Walton closing in, took his shot, and he missed the corner. Parat tries to cover up. Back goes Ravlich with Chico Mackey. One man back. Chico Mackey closing in, and he missed the corner. Mike Walton at center. Takes a long shot. Grabbed by to Jordy. Got into the corner. Elman covered. Chico Mackey shoots it, but not out. Here, Peralta drive. Right in front of the net. A shot by Elman. And he hits the side of the net. It comes out in front again. Elman fighting for it. Mickey let one go. Another shot. And Nesterenko's back on the ice. As the puck is shot down the ice, it goes over the red line. That is icing against the Blackhawks, and quite a bit of action, Brian, around that hot net.
Well, frustrating for some of the Leaf forwards. The puck's spinning in the air and very difficult to score when it's not level on the ice. And much credit to Ravlich and Jarrett, too, for getting in front of the Jordy and blocking well.
No score in the game, 7:35 remaining in this first period. There's been 4 penalties, 2 apiece. Oliver with Ellis and Sutherland, Dory and Horton. Puck goes right near the net, cleared up to Moons. Stopped by Murray Oliver and Sutherland. Sutherland gets his shot. Ellis is cruising in front, gets the rebound in the corner. It goes loose to Stan Mikita. A Makita takes a long shot off the boards. Smith came bouncing out of the net when he got trapped. Makita back to Marat. There's the shot. Another shot, and that just missed the corner. Ellis stuffed in the moon. Sutherland fails to get it out. Horton to Ellis. Ellis for Horton. Makita watches him. A pass for Sutherland. Oliver racing after it. He passed it right out of Warren's stick. Warren for Moon. There he covers up at his own blue line. For Oliver, for Marat is knocked down by Sutherland. Horton just flipped it to center ice with 6 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in this first period, and there's no score. Makita, a long shot. Smith to Dory. To Oliver. Back to Ellis. Down the right wing for Ellis. He's knocked down by Stapleton. Oliver moves in. Standed it out in front. Martin stepped into Makita. Ellis to Dory. He takes a flip shot. That's wide of the target. Jim Pappen. To Pat Stapleton along the boards. Over here for Marat. Goes all the way to Dory. He just gets rid of it. Got on the Stapleton stick for Pappen. Over to Martin. Intercepted by Keon. Keon checked by Martin. Hasn't handed back to him. Up for Henderson. Off the boards. Stapleton falls. Dennis Ho. Keon goes to the corner. Slapped it across the goalmouth. Hit Martin with it. Batted into Stapleton. Stapleton right on the... Oh, Henderson thought he had it. And underneath his skate. Pellicalam shot right on. Stapleton back of the net. Long pass for Pappen at center ice. Intercepted by Perrat. To Pellick. Back to Perrat. Up for Keon off his skate. Dennis Hull took Keon out of the play. Henderson bumped into Stapleton. Hit Martin. Up for Dennis Hull. Pass was dropped. Keon. Given a joke by Marat with Martin on the inside, and he broke his stick. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first period, and there's no score. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Esso Uniflow, the super premium all-season motor oil, protects your car and your new car warranty. It's warranty approved from Esso.
Martin for third down, Mickey. Now they're making a change, sending out Ullman with Sutherland and Ellis.
Aston leading Pittsburgh 2-0 now, Bill. Esposito from Hodge and Murphy in the first period.
On the face-off, Ravlich over Jarrett's stick. Back to Ravlich. Ravlich at center. A long shot right of the net. Pellick then just gets rid of it to center ice. 4:15 left in the first period. There's no score. There's Chico Mackey nearly getting through on a pass from Bobby Hull. It didn't click, and now it's Ullman's turn for the Leafs. Over the line with Ellis. Back to Sutherland. Back for Ullman. Centered it. Deflected right of the net. Then back to Perrat. Into Sutherland. Tried to get it back to Ellis. Garrett feeds it to Bobby Hull. Over the blue line. Here Perrat stepped in the end. The boys got Pellick and Nesterenko with Pellick on the inside. Sutherland. Up for Ullman. Chico Mackey beat him to it. Sutherland wrapped it off the board. Ullman going after it, and it's Matt Ravlich. Up at center. Up over the Leaf line. Ravlich closing into the pass, and Bobby Hull was still to see it. Marat coming back for the Leafs. Long pass for Pulford, got away from him. Ravlich is shot. Robbie has it. 2:58 left in the first period. There's no score. Hello to the line for Nesterenko. Just missed a check from Bob Purford. Outside at the Maple Leaf blue line.
Boston 3, Pittsburgh nothing. Shack, Eddie Shack from Hodge and Westphal are still in the first period. Toronto and Chicago split their 5 games at Toronto last season, each winning 2 and the other ending in a tie.
Gil Murat to Pat Stapleton. Intercepted by Purford. Last it to Doug Moon over the line for Kenny Warren. Warren failed to center it, and it's Bob Purford back of the net. He's checked by Mearns. Martin took it away from him. 2:30 left in this first period. Mickey, a pass for Wharton. He's back down by Murat. Going to be a penalty here for Joe Murat. Oh, Brent Wharton. That's the 5th penalty of the first period and the 3rd to Chicago. Comes with 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the first period. Here's the penalty.
2, Murat. 2 minutes for slashing. The time 17:37.
17:37, slashing to Murat. Leaves for the man advantage. Wharton, Henderson, Smith, Palat, and Keon. Papin and Dennis Ho fill out the penalty along with Joel and Ravlich. Shot down the ice by Chicago. Dennis Ho going after it. For Papin, intercepted by Smith and Palat. With Wharton, 4 of them at center. Flipped it over the line, and it's knocked out by Joel. Keon Wharton. Keon takes his shot off the boards. They come closing in, but the puck was shot neatly by the Blackhawks down the ice. Palat, Keon, Henderson, Wharton, and Smith come to center ice. Palat over to Henderson. Over the line, tried to pass it back. Ravlich is there with Papin. Papin took a long shot that was deflected by Smith to the corner. Dennis Ho going to the boards with Smith. Henderson gets it loose to Keon. Up to Wharton. Wharton over the line with a hard shot. That just missed the target. Shot down the ice by the Blackhawks with 1 minute and 8 seconds left in this first period. 41 seconds left in the penalty to Murat.
Last minute of play in this period.
Keon moving up with Horton. Long shot, deflected into the corner. Horton knocks his man down. Ellis gets the puck, centered and scooped right back again. Horton tried to control it. Jarrett checked back of the net. It comes up, and Urban picks it out for Chicago. Gets it ahead to Schmatz. Over the blue line. Tried to center it. Murat has 11 seconds left in his penalty. Schmatz gets it back to Ravlich. A nice play by the Chicago player. A long shot, and Smith just goes grabbing the way of it. There's Murat back out on the ice for the teams at full strength with 17 seconds remaining in this first period and no score. Cleared down the ice by Chicago, going over the red line with 6 seconds. Well, he touches it, 4 seconds remaining in a face-off for icing. Back in the Hawks zone to the left of the Geordie.
Well, number 8, Jim Dory, who set 2 NHL records here Wednesday night for penalties, took 8 in 1 game in 38 minutes.
These play every man inside the blue line, and well up, Dory is moving almost to the rim of the circle, and from the face-off, the shot is made. Dory had moved up, but shot down, and there goes the ball to end the first period, which was close at times. They opened up a little, and the goalkeeping has been very steady in the first period. There were 5 penalties, 3 of them to the Hawks, and 2 to the Maple Leafs. There's no score in the hockey game after 1 period of play. The Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, Hockey Night in Canada.
The snowshoe. They're a great invention for getting through the deep snow. They spread the load so you don't sink in. And then they let the snow in so you get the traction to move forward. It's a darn good idea.
Right, Dagny. The same idea we use in our Atlas snow tires. We make the tread wider to spread the weight of your car over more snow. And these big openings let the snow in so you get a better grip.
That's why we call them the Atlas snowshoes.
They're the only snow tires good enough to carry the Imperial Oil guarantee for the full life of the tread. And that goes for our full line of snow tires. You can drive all day on dry roads and not be bothered with noise or vibration.
Later on in the game, we'll be back to tell you about a special sale on the Atlas snowshoes. A chance to save a little money this winter.
At your Esso dealer, the snowshoe man.
Let's go back to Hockey Night in Canada.
We're now back in the intermission studios, and we're happy now to welcome a young rookie with the Maple Leafs, one of the young rookies for this year, and one that everyone's expecting big things of, Jim Dory. And Jim, when I say people expecting big things, you know, you have such a big preseason build-up. Were you sort of psyched up and tense on Wednesday night for your first home game?
Well, you know, that's true, yes. You know, the first appearance is the lasting appearance, and this is what I feel anyways. It's a start.
Mm-hmm. So that first night, and you did amass quite a few records on that first night in the penalty box. Just how did that happen?
Well, just the way hockey is, it's so fast, everything happens so fast, and then you don't have the time to go around the ice like in football plays, certain plays. Hockey is fast, and reactions are fast, and this is the game. This is what makes hockey.
And, of course, trying to make this team this year, coaching like he wants you to be aggressive, isn't
Well,
it?
this is the way Punch wants me to play. He wants me to be aggressive, and this is the way I've played since I played minor hockey, always aggressive. And I think the idea is when you play aggressive, you know what you're doing, and it's up to the others to feel what you are doing.
Well, now, did you feel that after the other night, after coming up against the seasoned pros, and did you learn anything out of it, the experience the other night?
Oh, I learned quite a few things.
Did you?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Did you think you would let us know some of the things you learned?
Well, I would say that just being inexperienced, I realized that I'm going to have to settle down a bit on taking penalties. I took a few cheap penalties out there, you know, cost the team that, you know, slow the boys down again. But other than that, I feel this is...
I noticed it hasn't hit down on your hitting. You were bumping pretty hard in that first period. You know.
Chicago will find
Jim, you like to carry the puck, don't you?
That's right.
Because I noticed tonight in the first period you made a very fine move just at the blue line. Now, have you had a good record as a junior player with scores?
Well, as you know, we were in London together.
Yes.
And we had quite a team in London. I used to play offensively all the time. This was my game. And being defensive minded wasn't, not until the last 2 years. Been able to play with both.
Jim, let's have a little bit about yourself. Your home is where?
My home is Kingston.
And how many in the family?
There's three brothers and 3 sisters at home.
And now, where do you fit into that? The oldest, the youngest, in the middle, what?
I'm the oldest one.
You're the oldest,
Yes,
eh?
that's right.
And now tell me, we got any other hockey players in that family?
Well, we got one that thinks he's pretty good hockey player. I think he is. His name's Roger, and I think he's going to be a dandy in 2 years.
And, of course, you played varsity junior hockey in London.
That's right, 2 years in London.
Mm-hmm. Now, tell me, has the NHL, has it been exactly what you've expected or not?
I would say the fellows like Gordie Howe and Frank Maharis, and the fellows, it's what I expected. It's the National Hockey League, that's for sure.
Do you feel you fit?
Well, I hope so. I think I do.
I think you do too, Jim. Thank you very much for being with us, and the very best of good luck. One other score, the other 2 games are not going tonight, but Boston is still leading their game against Pittsburgh 3-0. Williams, Schwapp, and Esposito have scored. And the score here, 0-0 at the end of the first period. Hockey Night in Canada continues in just a minute.
This is the Atlas Snowshoe.
And here's news. The snowshoes are on sale once a year for just $36.95 a pair. And your Esso dealer's got a carload of them right now ready to go on your car. These are the snow tires that spread the load and grip the snow like snowshoes. The only snow tires good enough to carry the Imperial Oil guarantee for the full life of the tread. And we've also got them studded. Yes, a lot of people have been asking for studs, so during the sale you can save a little there too. Because now you can get the Atlas studded snowshoes for only $10 more a pair. You'll find them all where you see this sign. The snowshoes, just $36.95 a pair.
Your Esso dealer's where it's at, of course. He's got everything to help you have a trouble-free winter. This time, with a once-a-year sale on Atlas Guaranteed Snow Tires.
And with your automatic credit, you can take up to 6 months to pay.
Okay, Chris, let's go back to Happy Night in Canada.
This is the interior of one of America's great luxury cars. Its purged passenger compartment is swept away to open on spacious, luxurious, comfortable roominess. And all its controls are clustered in front of the driver on a revolutionary instrument panel. This interior is part of the 1969 Ford. You've never seen anything like it on a Ford Bryce.
Well, our statistic board, of course, will become more interesting, exciting, and dramatic as the weeks go on. But first of all, let's take a look at this Eastern Division. Chicago and Boston are out in front. Montreal with 5 points in third position. Toronto with 3, New York with 2, and Detroit with 2. Naturally, all bunched in at this time. And I don't think we have any indication of what might happen, judging by the play in this first week of the campaign. Moving to the Western Division, Los Angeles out in front. Remember, they were surprised at this time last year being out in front, and I think they were surprised even though it's only a week old. Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, St. Louis, all with 2 points, and Oakland with 1. The scoring leaders, I suppose the big surprise is Pat Stapleton with 1 goal and 9 assists. He leads the league with 10 points. Jim Pappen with 6 goals and 2 assists for 8 points. And then we have Stan McKeela, 2 goals, 5 assists. Of course, he'll always be up there. And Nevin with 5 goals and no assists. Bob Nevin's always up near the top. So those are our 4 scoring leaders. Well, now let's take a look at the film Countdown to Face-Off. You remember last week we showed you the first part of it, of the Western Division, and now let's continue with the Eastern teams.
Countdown to Face-Off, Eastern Division. The world champion Montreal Canadiens. Again this season, the Canadiens are the choice of the hockey experts to finish on top of their division. Toe Blake, the most successful coach in all league history with 8 Stanley Cup winners, has retired, leaving the club to 29-year-old Claude Ruel, the youngest coach in the league. Fortunately, Ruel's club shows no signs of decay. Jean Beliveau made a scintillating comeback last season, and the big captain is fully recovered from the ankle injury that sidelined him in the last Stanley Cup finals. Henri Richard appears to be determined to improve on his goal output of last year, while Ralph Backstrom is considered the best third-line center in the NHL. No other team can match the Habs in scoring potential. Their speedy Yvan Cournoyer, 28 goals last season. Dick Duff, 25 goals. Gilles Tremblay, the underrated left winger who scored 23 times. Bobby Rousseau with 19 goals and 46 assists. Claude Provo, a 14-goal man and a solid checker. John Ferguson, the fiery forward who can sock it to them in more ways than one. The most exciting newcomer is Jacques Lemaire, 22 goals in his rookie effort. On defense, the Canadiens are all set again with J.C. Tremblay showing the way. Jacques Laperriere, one of the best in the business. Terry Harper, getting better every year, and so it seems is Ted Harris. No question about it, the Canadiens are the team to beat. The New York Rangers. Last year's second-place finishers are expected to do as well this season. The Rangers, too, have a new coach. Boom Boom Geoffrion succeeds Emile Francis. Geoffrion, recovering from ulcer surgery back in May, quit as a player with 393 goals. In Eddie Jackman, there's solid goaltending, and Donnie Simmons is in reserve. There's depth on defense, too, with Jim Nielsen, Arnie Brown, and Rod Sealing, all having reached maturity. Veteran Harry Harrell is still effective at 36. And Alan Hamilton. Up front, the old Smoothies are back. Captain Bob Nevin scored 28 goals last season. Phil Goyette had 25. And Donnie Marshall added 19. Old age may catch up to the latter pair, both over 35. Rod Gilbert, of course, is the Rangers' glamour boy. 29 goals last season. Jean Rattel collected 32 goals, and he was 4th in the league scoring. Vic Hadfield enjoyed a 20-goal season. Reg Fleming scored 17 times. And Orlon Kurtenbach, tough and talented, was a 15-goal man. The most promising newcomer is former junior star Ralph Tkachuk, who may be in the running for Rookie of the Year honors. Except for the coach, this is a Stan Pat year for New York. The Boston Bruins. Coach Harry Sinden's Bruins made third place last season, and they came within a whisker of second. Phil Esposito scored 35 goals and wound up second to Nikita in the scoring race. The Bruins had the top snipers in the league. Johnny Busick, 30 goals. John McKenzie, 28. Ken Hodge, a 25-goal season. And Fred Stanfield wound up with 20. Rookie of the Year Derek Sanderson scored 24 times. Eddie Shack matched his number in goals, 23. And Tom Williams had 18. The shooters are backed up by competent defenders. Joey Cheever shares the net-minding duties with Ed Johnson. The Bruins' major problem may be on defense, and it could be narrowed down to Bobby Orr's gimpy knee. Orr's knee, operated on twice since last February, may keep the young superstar out of the lineup for a while, and if that happens, Boston's in trouble. Then there's Ted Green, the top-flight rear guard who missed training camp and hinted at retirement. Without Green, the Bruins would be behind the 8 ball. Don Orig and Dallas Smith can't do the job alone. So a contented Green and a healthy Orr could bring Boston another playoff berth.
Part 2 of the Eastern Division in the next intermission. With us now, our analyst, Bob Gordon. And Bob, we're going to take a look at the first highlight that we have. It's kind of like the only one we have on tape for this period was the power play when the Leafs had the advantage and did their best to score, but did not. We're coming up to the play in just a moment. As I recall, the puck after the face-off which Almond took, it came out to Keon at the point, and he took the shot and covered that. Now we see it in slow motion. Bob?
I think the key to this play rigged on the face-off with Henderson dropping it back to Keon. Look at the move where Henderson makes. It's a kind of a two-fold move. I think he's trying to screen to Jordy and then following up for a possible rebound. And Jordy, fortunately, was able to see Keon's shot. But Henderson, I thought, made the key move on the play with, as I say, either trying to screen or going for a possible rebound.
Now, the Leafs this year, they have not had a strong power play in the last couple of years, and by putting Keon on the point, that looks like an attempt to do so, or strengthen it.
Well, he's playing with Palat, and Palat has always been a strong point man in as many years with Chicago, and Keon, of course, is probably one of the smartest puck handlers in the league, and I think this gives him the power back there. Now, but the only thing is, by putting Keon back on the point, they rob themselves of their effectiveness with a man up front, unless maybe Hellman or someone else can take up the slack in that center slot.
Bob, what are some of the other things you'd like to draw to our attention from that first period?
Well, one thing, I noticed that the two rookies playing defense for Toronto, Pellick and your guest, seemed to be a little more moving with a little more assurance this period than they did Wednesday night. They seem to be getting in the corners a little faster on loose pucks, and they seem to be covering a little better in front of the net and moving out of their own end also. I was quite impressed with the improvement over last Wednesday.
And what about your eternal favorite, Pat Stoughton?
Well, I think, as I said to Pat before the game, I said, you make all the third defensemen real proud of you. I hope you can keep it up. And he's playing as well tonight as he's played at any other time. He made one real key check on Ron Ellis, and he had Ron boxed off, and there was no place for him to go, and he took him out with a nice check.
Wasn't there once in that period in the power play, again to get back to that, where there didn't seem to be a Leaf in the slot?
This is unusual, Ward. We mentioned this at the time, the fact that Norm Yellman was out on the ice. Now, whether he was being checked out of there in front of the net or not, but they had the puck back at the point and nobody to give it to in the middle, and this is unusual, especially with Norm Yellman, because that's where he parked.
Well, thank you very much, Bob, and of course you'll be back in the next intermission. And in just a moment, we'll return to Bill Hewitt, Brian McFarland, and a play-by-play of the second period.
In 1969.
sports roof, completely new. From the rear deck spoiler to the longer head.
This year, the Mustang's first roof is priced as low as the hardtop. What was it the other way around?
There are new Mustangs like the cool and roomy Grandeur and the racy new high-performance Mach 1.
They made it longer, so it's more bigger.
At your Ford dealers now, Mustang 69.
Very interesting, but not expensive.
It's a scoreless tie at Maple Leaf Gardens, Chicago nothing, Toronto nothing. And at the end of the first period at Pittsburgh, the Boston Bruins leading the Pittsburgh Penguins 3-0. All set to go with the second period, and I thought that was a fine interview with Jim Dory during the intermission break.
Certainly was, Don. And he certainly played very well in the first period, and as Bob Golden pointed out, the two rookie defensemen for the Leafs are certainly getting acclimatized to the National Hockey League very quickly.
Well, Jim's 8 penalties eliminates one of the oldest in the book. George Boucher of Ottawa received 7 minors against the Montreal Maroons back in 1927. That record equaled by Ted Green in 1965, Boston at New York.
Okay, Brown, and from the face-off with no score in the hockey game, it's Jim Murat back in his own zone. A pass out the boards. George Smith blocked it, but took a stiff check from Murat. Stan Mikita hands it right to Floyd Smith, who in turn gave it to Murat. It's given back to Moons. Moons goes down the ice at center, over the blue line, over the far side. Dory angles him towards the boards. Dory comes up with it. Gets it ahead to Henderson. Henderson and Keon going down together. They're ready to land, but Keon went in too quickly, and Henderson waiting as Keon put him outside.
Interesting to hear that Jim Dory has some young brothers coming along. I know Mike Welton's brother Bob is leading scorer with Niagara Falls in Junior A. He's quite a prospect.
A lot of Junior A hockey players are making their presence felt right now in the National Hockey League. Henderson is given a shove by Murat as the puck goes back into the Chicago zone. Stan Mikita's 21. Kenny Worm 17, and Doug Mearns is 11. Pat Stapleton back on the defense with Murat. Keon 14, Floyd Smith 17, Henderson 19, Jim Dory is 8, and Horton 7. Icing card against the Blackhawks. Pat Stapleton wearing sweater number 12, and Jim Murat 2.
A couple of brothers out there tonight, pretty fair hockey players, both.
And certainly Dennis is making a real imprint this year.
Now, how did you know I was referring to the Hulls? I might have been referring to Mackey's.
Well, you told me Wayne wasn't going to play tonight. Then the face-off comes back to the blue line, and it's Jim Pappen taking a long shot. Smith threw it into the corner. Dennis Harrow covering Mickey. It came back to Perrick and over to Purford, number 20. Purford turns now to Pierre Perrat. Perrat with Welton. He flips it in. Welton races after it. Centered it right in front. Here's a chance for Mickey. Came out in front again. And Mickey came within an ace of breaking this scoreless tie. Jim Pappen comes down now for Chicago. And Perrick take it away from him. Purford after it. Back of the net it goes to Perrat, to Purford. Purford right into Pappen's stick. He shoots. Oh, and he just missed the corner as Purford set him up beautifully. Pappen and Martin were checked as Mickey goes up over the line. Knocked down. Pappen then to Martin, back to Jim Pappen. And he was checked by Mike Welton. Over it goes to Radlich. For Jarrett, right onto Larry Mickey's stick. Mickey over the line. With Purford, too hard. Mickey gets it again. Got a pass for Welton, shot around on the boards. Comes out to Dennis Harrow. Dennis Harrow over the line for Martin. He's dumped by Perrick, and it's Bill Sutherland picking it up for the Leafs. Sutherland into Perrat. Perrat brings the puck to center. Bill Sutherland behind him. Perrat carries on, but Welton was offside. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Turn your driveway into a ranch pad with Torino.
17:26 remaining in the second period. Toronto outshot Chicago in the first period 13-10, but there's still been no scoring in the game. Ehrman went after a loose puck, was knocked off to the boards, and it's Bobby Hare, number 9, back for it. Back of the net. Into the corner. Back he goes again, gives it to Pat Stapleton. Stapleton with Marat. Marat took the pass, ahead of Bobby Hare at center. He takes a long shot off the board. Smith grabs the rebound, and the puck is picked off then by Sutherland for Ron Ellis. Up to Ehrman. Ehrman at center. He takes a slip shot right on, grabbed by LaJordy. Back of the net it goes. Ehrman tried to steal it. Bobby Hare in possession. Throws away from Ehrman and Sutherland. To center ice. Here goes the long shot. Smith whipped at it as it hit the grass and winced. Bobby Hare digs it out. There's Chico Mackey's shot. He hit the goal post. Back for Jim Gorey. Jim Gorey up the center. Flipped the run out of Marat's stick. And it's back of him to Horton. Horton's pass to Ehrman. To Ron Ellis. Ron Ellis takes a shot. Flipped it over the line right near the goal. Nestorenko and Sutherland together. Ehrman shot it around on the boards and Bobby Hare's goal. Then Horton intercepts, takes his shot. Marat to Bobby Hare, he left it there. Jim Gorey to Horton. Up for Ellis to Ehrman, just filled the truck. Marat for Nestorenko. Henderson bumped into him. Horton shoots the puck to center ice. Back it goes to the Chicago defense. Marat. Chico Mackey. Nestorenko and Bobby Hare. Up over the blue line. Outside Nestorenko. He took that extra step as Dory gives him a shove. 15:33 remaining in the second period. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
With the extra room in Ford's front seat this year, you can take your mother-in-law, too.
No score in the hockey game. 15:32 left in this second period. Stan Mikita falls into the boards. It's cleared to Keon. Keon with Pellick, Henderson, and Smith. Henderson takes his shot. LaJordy caught it. Shot it into the corner. Floyd Smith lets one go. Keon took a whack at it. Hooks it to Floyd Smith. Back for Keon. Back to Smith. Over to Perrat. Perrat let a shot go. Henderson getting set to Smith. And he shot it over top of the net. Carl Henderson trying to get it out in front. Picked off by Floyd Smith again. Henderson thought Keon was going after it, and Jarrett picks it up. Up he goes with Makita, back for Burns. Burns shoots. Smith stopped that. Floyd Smith then to Carl Henderson. Down the ice he goes. Over the blue line. Takes his shot. A nice save by the Jordy who grabbed that. Then they're going from end to end. The pass over to Warren. To Jarrett to Moon. To Makita. Tips it over the line. Warren going into the corner. Centered it over top of Moons' head. Jarrett moves up too quickly and wasn't fast enough as Keon and Smith. Come back. Pellick had moved up, shot it around on the board. Teams are changing on the go. Moons right out of Pifford's stick. Pifford over the line, tried to drop it for Walton. Ravlich up over the blue line. At center ice with Warren. Takes his shot way wide of the net. 13:49 remaining in the second period. There's no score in the game. Here comes Mickey over to Pilford at center ice. A long shot. Wide. Back of the net, Walton tried to center it. Pilford steps into Pitt Martin. Jim Gorey flips one. Knocked down by Martin. Long pass to Dennis Hall over on the right side to Pappen. Pappen shoots. Smith stops it. Dennis Hall a shot. Smith stops it again. Covers out. Little save by Smith. Well, we'll have to take a second look at that one. Smith almost pushed the puck into the open net. Here it is, the long pass. There's the first shot. Watch the rebound ricochet over. Smith has to scurry back, and the puck goes in under his body. And for just a split second, there was a 13:23 remaining in the second period. If Clifford gets a break, there's no score in the game. One man back. Clifford shoots. Oh, he missed the corner. Clifford shoots again. It was back by Murat. Ends up back of the goal. Into the corner. Round on the boards. Back by Horton. Horton's backhand is batted down by Murat. Horton lets another one go. That's why Mickey Horton's got a shot. And the Geordie comes up with a great save. Dennis Hull coming back at center. Stopped by Sutherland to Mickey. Back to Sutherland. Sutherland closing in with a backhand. It's batted off to the side. Murat went down. Played all over the blue line, and Dory has it. Well, Kaplan got a piece of him. It's off Dennis Hull's skate to Kit Martin, and Jim Dory takes it. Back the boys to Wilt. Walton over the line. A pass, and Sutherland just failed to break into the clear. Sutherland's trying to center it. He did. Here's Horton shooting. It's right in front. Sutherland let one go. That's right of the corner. Walton trying to center it. Sutherland is crushed from behind and knocked down. Play is called on Murat. Gets the gate. And that's the first penalty of the second period. 12:08 remaining, and there's still no score. Hockey Night in Canada is bringing you this game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Chicago Blackhawks.
Marquis. Until today, this classic styling was reserved for far more expensive cars. Now it can be yours. Here is the mark of success. Like Lincoln Continental itself, Marquis quietly yet confidently bespeaks your place in the community. Here stands the elegance you have earned, a motor car in the classic tradition. First of its kind at a medium car price. Marquis for 1969. At Mercury, every car we have must live up to the Lincoln Continental tradition. We wouldn't have it any other way.
Face off in the Chicago zone to the right. The Leafs have the odd man playing 6 men to 5. And they have Ricky Lee out for the first time in the game, playing on the left side. Ullman and Ellis on the others. And it's Keon and Palat. 4 forwards, 1 defenseman. Ellis back for Palat. Into Ullman. Ullman waits. Gets it over to Keon. Keon takes his shot off the boards. It's deflected into the corner again. Ron Ellis has it. Ron Ellis to Keon. There's his shot. Ellis, the rebound. Shoots it off the boards. Bobby Hull racing after it, but Pierre Palat is back very quickly to cover up. Bobby Hull is watching Palat. Keon gets it over to Ricky Lee. A long pass over for Ellis. Ellis back of the net. Still has it, coming out in front. Took his shot. Deflected off to the wing. Palat and Bobby Hull bumped together. Bobby Hull gets the puck, comes up the center, riding it to Nesterenko offside. Nesterenko went in over the blue line and advanced with the pass from Bobby Hull. And that was a collision of the gas.
Well, when Palat and Hull collide, of course, it's something new for Palat because all those years he played with Chicago, he was happy to see Bobby Hull step into opposing defenseman. Now he's one.
I think Pierre Palat must have said to Bobby that, what are we having a practice again?
Palat's been a big help to the Leaf team already. Recaptured some of the form he showed 2 years ago. He had an off season in Chicago last year.
No score in the hockey game, 11:06 remaining in the second period. Ralph Schmatz and Bill Urban are on the forward line. Jared has gone over to the Chicago bench to get a new stick. Matt Ravlich is the other defenseman. There's 58 seconds left in the penalty to Murat. Ullman, Henderson, and Smith with Palat and Keon. Ullman for Henderson. Henderson races into the corner. Trying to dig it out, Ullman does. Back to Henderson. Henderson coming out in front. Flipped it to Keon. Keon back to Henderson. Henderson trying to get it back. He does. Right in front. Ullman is shot. And the Geordie got a piece of it. It's knocked down by a high stick. So the faceoff will go all the way back into the lead zone. Ullman, in attempting to knock it down with his glove, missed it, but caught it with his stick.
You can see the trouble Henderson's having from the corner trying to get those passes where he wants them. There's the shot, and again, we have to credit Ravlich and Jarrett for being in the right spot at the right time.
Well, certainly, Matt Ravlich, who was out the better part of last season, has certainly come on strong at the beginning of this one. Puck is in the circle, elite territory. Bill Urban goes to the boards. It's kicked loose by Keon, but it's called by the referee as Keon fell into the boards. And as you pointed out in the Wednesday game, Brian, they're still getting away with squeezing their puck against the board.
Punch Imlach's going to make a change now. They worked on the power play in practice yesterday. The passing was off Wednesday night.
Hawks are still short-handed. There's 23 seconds in Morant's penalty. No score in the hockey game. 10:31 remaining in the second period. Mike Walton. A pass over to Horton. Back for Walton at center ice. Over the blue line. Tripped it through for Puffer. Back for Walton. Nesterenko gets it out and down the ice. 6 seconds left. Jim Gurley coming up the center. With the line shot, it ends up back of the net on the ice now is Murat, so the teams are at full strength. Jarrett dragging in with a skate. Play is called.
There's another case in point where the players have to be careful about freezing that puck against the boards, because this year the referees say they're going to crack down on that.
Bobby Hall, Tico Mackey, and Orig Nesterenko with Pat Stapleton, Jim Murat, facing Walton, Fulford, Larry Mickey, along with Jim Gorey and Tim Horton. 9:56 remaining in the second period, no score. Stapleton, covered by Mickey. Mickey trying to get the puck out, shot it back of the net. It goes to the far side, and Nesterenko then takes the jolt from Fulford. Walton back to Gorey, a shot. Right on! That one nearly hopped over top of the Jordy as Mickey was standing right at the edge of the goal crease.
Larry Mickey's been a pleasant surprise to Punch Imlach, and here he gets in perfect position, you might say. Well, there's the shot. Mickey right in front of the Jordy, and that can bother a goaltender, and he almost scored on that play.
On the face-off, Stapleton missed the jolt this time from Mickey. Walton kept it in with a backhand that went on a Murat stick up to Tico Mackey to Bobby Hull, stopped by Jim Gorey. Now then Tico Mackey will try it again with Stapleton. Trying to headman the puck to Bobby Hull. It goes over the line. Jim Gorey is there to stop it again. A pass to Walton over the line. Mickey's offside. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
There are 5 all-new Mustangs this year. That's quite a herd.
Bob Schmatz has come out to take Nesterenko's place on the right wing. Pass off Tico Mackey's stick, Horton to Walton. Walton gets over the line, throws it in, trying to get in front, and the Jordy scooped it off to the side. Nice play by Mike Walton. Tucked up in by Horton, the shot. Right in front of Hooker, the side. Trying to get low, too well covered by Stapleton. Knocked it back in the net. Off the board, Rose and Schmatz bumping together. It goes down the ice, Horton after it. He touches it, icing against the Chicago Blackhawks. 8:39 remaining in the second period. No score in the hockey game.
Although much emphasis has been placed on the Leafs' inability to beat the Western Division teams last year as the main reason that they missed the playoffs, you could also say that in a 1-0 victory for Chicago in Toronto, the game where Bob Schmatz scored the goal, if you recall, Bill, if that score had been reversed, the Leafs would have made the playoffs last year. The Hawks would have been 5th.
On the face-off, back of the net, Puck is cleared around by Ravlich. Moans can't get it out. Ellis goes after the puck. It's shot to Stan Mikita. What can he run? Warren to Moans. Moans gets his shot. Smith caught it. Throws it to Ellis. There's going to be a penalty here to the lead goalkeeper, Al Smith, delay of game.
Well, he's now second on the team in penalty minutes, having picked up the major penalty the other night for fighting. This will be 7 minutes on the penalty for Al Smith.
2 minutes for deliberately holding the puck.
There's the announcement.
11:41.
Deliberately holding the puck at 11:41. Al Smith has a long way to go to catch teammate Jim Dory. He has 40 minutes in penalties already. 38 the other night. And he paid $125 in fines. That's also a record we mentioned, the old one being set by Red Fleming of Chicago in 1960. That's when he was with the Blackhawks, and equaled by Don Orig of Boston against Montreal last year. The fines the other night, by the way, totaled $1,275 for the free-for-all.
On the face-off, the Hawks have a man advantage now, 6 men to 5. Mikita waits, back to Stapleton. Shouted in front, last alternative, failed to get it out. Warren back of the net to Mikita. Send it up inside the goal! Holmes from Mikita. And it's 1-0 for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Well, the Hawks come through. There's Bobby Hull with the puck. Getting set up now. Here it is. Behind the net. Mikita looking for Moons. Has him. Number 11 Moons puts it away. It's 1-0.
Chicago goal scored by number 11, Moans. Assist, number 21, Mikita, and number 17, Warren. The time, 11:59.
11:59. Moans from Mikita and Warren. The Hawks take a long shot. Smith knocking it back of the net. Jim Dory after it. Gets it out over the blue line. Stapleton then over to Marat. It hits Smith. Smith was checked by Urban, but Horton comes up with it. A long pass to Henderson. There's his shot, and he fired wide. Urban fails to get it out. Horton getting set with a backhand. That's deflected wide. Floyd Smith moves up with a shot, and that's at the target. Warren, a long pass for Mikita and Urban. Back to Mikita. He's getting into the clear. Gets his shot. Urban missed the rebound. Back comes Smith. To Keon. Over the line to Henderson. Checked by Mikita. Given a bump by Dory. Marat. Then for Warren. Stopped by Horton and handed right to Mikita. Mikita to Warren. Offside. From inside the blue line over the center red line. Otherwise, he was in the clear, Brian.
Beautiful pass by Stan Mikita. Another 6-8 inches. He would have had Warren home free.
1-0 Chicago. 6:57 remaining in the second period. Martin with Dennis Hall and Jim Pappen. Martin, Clifford, and Mickey. Ravlich with Doug Jarrett. Cleared to an open wing. Martin covered by Mickey. Straight in front of the net. Pappen gets the puck out to center ice. Pellick a long shot. Right on. Jordy tapped up. Rubbing it for Jarrett to Dennis Hall. For Pappen on the right side. Pappen going in. Handed it right in front, and Martin just failed to put it in the corner. Puck is kept in. Clifford tried to kick it loose. Hit Martin right for Pappen, and he couldn't get a shot. Mickey. Too wet. He flipped one. The Jordy stopped up. Jarrett to Dennis Hull. stopped by Mike Walton. Ravlich back of the net. He gets it up to center ice. Pierre Palat. Then bumped into Martin. Martin carries on there over the line with top of a drop pass. Then a fellow shot. That was stopped by Smith. Garrett a shot right on. The puck is loose. Mike Pellick. Stopped by Patlin. Pittsburgh carries on. He puts one in. Teams are changing on the go. Garrett a long shot. Smith stopped up. Jim Dory. That shoots it down the ice. Ellis races after it. Ravlich gets there first. And that's icing call against the Toronto Maple Leafs. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Turn your driveway into a launch pad with Torino.
1-0 Chicago. 5:14 left in the second period. Moons from McKean and Warren at 11:59. The only scoring play in the game so far. He gets the draw to Ullman off Sutherland's skate. Marat covered by Sutherland. Horton comes up with it, threw it to an open wing. Nesterenko was there. Rory bumped into him. Back of the net, Ullman. Long pass up to Sutherland. Over the line, Sutherland unable to get through. Over the line it goes again, as picked up by Bobby Howe. He's checked. Marat then to Nesterenko for Bobby Howe. Horton took him into the boards. Nesterenko to Stapleton. Stapleton to Nesterenko. Intercepted. Edmund getting his shot. He shot it right on the backhand. He missed it at the blue line. Horton. Right on the Bobby Howe stick. To Chico Mackey. Back to Marat. To an open wing, and it's Ullman with it. That goes out in front of the defense. Nesterenko fails to get it out. Horton shot it wide. Ullman goes after the loose puck. Nesterenko shot it right on the Sutherland stick. Stapleton. After Mackey to Bobby Howe. One man back. Here comes the shot, and that one hit Smith on the glove. He didn't even see it. Comes back for Stapleton. Jim Dory intercepted. Up to Sutherland. Bobby Howe outside at the blue line. Very close, but called by the linesman. He was right on top of it, and Bobby Howe didn't make a move as soon as the whistle went. 3:31 left in the second period. 1-0 for the Chicago Blackhawks. Moans from McKean and Warren at 11:59.
But Pat Stapleton, his 1 goal and 4 assists Wednesday night against Minnesota were the most points by a defenseman since December 15th, 1962. That was the night Kent Douglas had 1 goal and 4 assists. Well, Toronto beat Boston 8-2.
Here Palat to Mike Pellick. Henderson failed to get the pass. And Nikita watched by Keon. Warren kicked it to Jarrett. Jarrett just shoots it down the ice, and Pierre Palat is going back for it. 3:10 left. 1-0 Chicago, second period. Over to Pellick. Pellick up the center. He shoots it wide of the net. Keon after it. Came off the boards, down the ice again, and the Leafs have to go back. Pellick to Henderson. Henderson takes a long shot. The Jordy tapped off. Cleared out by the Hawks and down the ice, and Pellick has to go back again. 2:42 left in the second period. 1-0 Chicago. Palat for Keon. Keon up for Henderson. They're over the line, and Keon couldn't reach it. Moons got there. It's back of the net. Jarrett didn't see it. Keon back to Palat. Over for Pellick, intercepted by Warren. Warren Makita. Warren tried to feed Makita, and he missed it. Back for Smith, Henderson, and Keon. Smith over the line. Back for Henderson, closing in, and Smith missed the pass. long pass to Moon. Down the left wing he goes, over the blue line, right on to Jim Dory's stick. And he was checked by Makita. Puck is shot into the elite zone. Jim Dory back for it, 1:38 seconds. Up for Henderson, too high. Pitt Martin. Hit by Parat. Jim Dory back for it. Right out of Mike Ratton's stick. Ratton up the center. Knocked it over the line. Turned around. There's going to be a penalty here to Pitt Martin. Of Chicago, and you saw the referee indicating a misconduct by tapping his rib.
Well, Morton appeared to be holding Walton going in over the blue line, and he's claiming that Walton may have had a hold of his stick all the while. And he's saying Happy Halloween or something to the official.
Chicago penalty to number 7, Martin. 2 minutes for hooking and a 10-minute misconduct. The time, 18:37.
18:37. Well, the misconducts at the beginning of the season are coming thick and fast. The Leafs have a man advantage. Playing 6 men to 5 with 1:23 seconds remaining in the second period. So to start the final period, if the Leafs are unable to score in the time remaining, they'll carry 23 seconds into the next period. Walton with Larry Mickey, Keon, Pulford, and Ullman. So now they're going with 5 forwards. Neil Palat is not on this power play. Bobby Howell with Ravlich, Makita, and Jarrett.
Stan Makita now skating over to the Chicago bench. He's third in the scoring race going into the game tonight. Picked up that 1 point. Here's an out-of-town score. Los Angeles at Minnesota. Vasco has scored for Minnesota from Milan Marcetto at 6:21 of the first. Minnesota 1, Los Angeles nothing. Now the referee going over to talk to Makita, telling him to get on with the hockey game. Makita's won the scoring championship 4 times in the last 5 years, and not too many people realize he has the second highest number of scoring titles to his credit in NHL history, second only to Gordie Howe's 6.
Minor penalty to Pitt Martin is being served by Tom Reed, number 4. 1:23 left in the second period. Chicago leading Toronto 1-0. The Leafs have the man advantage. Ullman gets it back to Keon. There's his shot, and it's saved by the Geordie. Ullman's pass stopped by Makita. Flips it to the line. Knocked down by Walton. Tipped to Ravlich. Ravlich shot it, but not out. Walton clears it back in again. Ullman goes after it. Ravlich gets the skate in the way, and that's where the play ends. 1:03 remaining in the second period. Chicago leading the Leafs 1-0. It's Walton, Ellis, Ullman. Now then Palata's out there again, number 2, and Keon. Walton has a draw. It's back for Palat. Bobby Howell taking away from him. Bobby Howell races down the left wing. Over the line, a pass over to Makita. He shoots, and he's shot right, and Walton has a break now. Hang down with Keon and Ellis. They're over the line. Walton shot it through. Goes after it. Cleared it around on the boards for Palat. Palat over for Keon. Keon had it go off his stick. Ullman is checked by Papin. Goes back to Ullman. Ullman into Walton. Back to Ullman. He's shot down. It's knocked up high. The puck bounces. Ellis trying to get it loose. He does. Right in front of Ullman is shot. Another try, and he's knocked down. The puck is all around the edge of the circle, and we have 16 seconds left in this second period. Still 1-0 for the Blackhawks.
Once again, Jarrett made a fine save, helping out his goaltender to Jody, who has been very, very sharp tonight in the Chicago net.
Hawks make a change. Stapleton and Murat replacing Jarrett and Radlich. Dion replaced by Dory. Alman, Walton, Ellis, Palat, and Dory. Dan Nikita taking his time coming back for the face-off with Walton. The puck is dropped. It goes loose. Dory moves up with a shot. Broke his stick. Play is called. Apparently, it must have been touched with a high stick because they're going to take it. Now they just stopped the play because of the broken stick in the playing area. Let's see what happened to us. Suppose somebody stepped on the stick and they're going to get hurt. That goes back to Dory to Palat. Palat shot it right. Edmund. Back for Dory. Nikita is sent by Dory with 2 seconds remaining. It's cleared, and there goes the ball to end the second period with perhaps the toughest check of the night thrown by Dory at the period ended by stepping right into Stan Nikita, who didn't see him. But there was one scoring play, Moans from Nikita and Warren at 11:59 of the second period after a scoreless first. And so the Chicago Blackhawks are leading the Toronto Maple Leafs after 2 periods, 1-0. From Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, hockey night in Canada.
There are a lot of things in a car. Performance, value, feeling of pride, romance. And it should be as versatile as you are. Well, I think I've got your car right here. 1969 Meteor. Look at it. Styling, quietly traditional. Simply a very beautiful car. Value, Canada's best. That's Meteor's bread and butter. It's priced right with the competition. Performance, just as strong as you want to make it. Right up to 429 cubic inches of pure power. And in its class, Meteor is the only one with a luxury length wheelbase. It's wider, longer. That means a better ride with more interior room. And yet Meteor is very personal. You know, the kind of car you can call your own. There's a wide choice of models and options for you to enjoy, for those quiet moments of adventure when you and this car are alone. Meteor. If you can't find your personality in Meteor, you're just not going to find it. At Mercury, every car we have must live up to the Lincoln Continental tradition. We wouldn't have it any other way.
Later in this intermission, we'll look at the highlights of the game of the week. But right now, let's continue with Countdown to Face-Off Part 2.
Countdown to Face-Off continues with the Chicago Blackhawks. Coach Billy Ray is faced with the question, can 2 superstars and a collection of lesser players get my team in the playoffs? The superstars, of course, Stan Nikita and Bobby Hull. They represent the highest priced talent in the league, and Nikita, of course, is always high in the scoring. Hull, with 4 more games in the regular schedule, will shoot for another 50 and perhaps a 60-goal season, while other Hawks will be in the shadow of these big guns. Jim Pappen, acquired in the trade with Toronto. 35-year-old Kenny Warren scored 27 goals and still a speedster. Doug Moans, also 35, scored 24 goals. Dennis Hull, Bobby's brother, connected for 18 last season. And Pip Martin may improve on his 16-goal output. The Mackey brothers scored only 13 goals between them, while Eric Nestorenko clicked for 11. The Hawks' need is obvious. They need some young men who can score. On defense, Doug Jarrett will try to fill the gap left by Pierre Palat, traded to Toronto in the Patten deal. Pat Stapleton is a top player. The Toronto Maple Leafs. Punch Imlach started his rebuilding job on the Leafs late last season when they started a downhill skid. He made one major trade, acquiring the hum line from Detroit, Henderson, Ullman, and Smith. one of the top-scoring trios in hockey. Allman scored 35 goals last year and was 7th in league scoring. Henderson scored 18 times. Smith got 24. Mike Walton scored 30 goals last season, the highest on the team. Ron Ellis hit for 28 and could be an all-star this time. Bob Pulford reached the 20 mark, while Murray Oliver collected 16. Big Wayne Carlton looked sharp in exhibition play, while Dave Keon wasn't happy over his meager 11-goal output last time. Tom Shimlack has always believed in a strong defense, and this could be a Leaf problem. Tim Horton is still strong and durable at 38. Marcel Pronovo, also 38, may be playing on borrowed time. Pierre Palat at 36 should rebound from a spotty season in Chicago, and he's a key man in the Leaf plans. While youngsters, like Mike Pellick, Jim Dory, and Ricky Lee, will battle it out for the other spots available. Al Smith, the young goaltender, is highly rated, but first he must prove he's more capable than Bruce Gamble. And everybody's favorite, Johnny Bauer, the 45-year-old wonder who's possibly beginning his final fling in hockey. With this multitude of changes, the Leafs could finish first or last. The Detroit Red Wings. Like the Leafs, the Red Wings have made several alterations. That battle-scarred warrior back of the bench is Bill Gadsby, the new Red Wing coach, a popular choice. Any team with Gordie Howe on the roster is bound to be tough, even a 40-year-old Howe. Last year, Howe was 3rd in scoring, not bad for a fellow who broke in 1947. Howe's old sidekick, Alec Del Vecchio, clicked for 22 goals last time. At 36, Fats is getting along in years. A scoring transfusion for the Wings may come from 3 ex-Leafs. The Big M, Frank Mahovlich, after scoring 19 goals for Toronto, banged in 7 more with the Red Wings after the trade. Rookie center Gary Unger could blossom into a 20-goal man. While Pete Stemkowski is big and strong, and a change of uniform may do wonders for him. Dean Prentice has been quite an asset, coming from Boston a couple of seasons back. Bruce McGregor scored 15 times last season. While Peter Mahovlich showed signs of finally inheriting the Mahovlich scoring touch in training camp. He's 6'4", 210 pounds. Roger Crozier must play back to his form a 2 years ago if the Wings are to climb. And Roy Edwards will be sharing some of the goaltending duties. And newly acquired Terry Sarchuk. Gary Birdman is the top man on the blue line for the Red Wings. Bob Bourne was acquired from Oakland, and he may help. And the same goes for Kent Douglas. Jim Watson will get a thorough look, and so will Bart Crashley and Bob Falkenberg. Yes, Bill Gadsby could have the most improved club in the East. And that's countdown to face-off, Eastern Division.
In other games tonight in the National Hockey League, Boston lead 4-0 over Pittsburgh. Stanfield just got the 4th goal. Esposito, Shack and Williams scored earlier. St. Louis leads Los Angeles, Vasco getting the goal for Minnesota. And St. Louis leads Oakland 1-0. That's in the first period. Khalil Henry getting the goal there. Here at Maple Leaf Gardens, the Blackhawks lead the Leafs 1-0. Hockey Night in Canada continues in just a moment.
Young, a state of mind, an attitude. It's going places. It's making life great, and minutes count. So when you feel it, you need something to say. Montego says it. That's what 1969 Montego is all about. It says young, it says adventure, and it says it better than anything else on 4 wheels. Look at it. Sleek and exciting. Roomy and luxurious inside. And performance. Just as husky as you want it. Right up to the Ram Air Cobra Jet 428 cubic incher. With equipment to make it answer when you ask. But for all this, Montego is very economical. Because we made it for the young look, the young budget, where dollars have to count. And with Montego, they very definitely do. For those who know that young is as young as you think, young is Montego. At Mercury, every car we have must live up to the Lincoln Continental tradition. We wouldn't have it any other way.
And now, Molson Canadian entertains. It's so smooth, so bright that more people are turning to Canadian than ever before. It's catching when it's your turn to entertain. Serve the bright, clear lager. Molson Canadian. It's the crowd pleaser.
This past Wednesday night in St. Louis, the two finalists in last year's Stanley Cup playoffs, the Montreal Canadiens and the St. Louis Blues, met for the first time this season. And here are the highlights of that game.
Berenson working up to the Montreal blue line. A hit to Ecclestone. He's going in, and he's jammed into the play. Here's Ecclestone getting in front of backhand shot. A bouncing puck. He scores! Has put the Blues ahead with a goal, and persistence paid off. It was a scramble, and it appeared to be Ecclestone who fouled it on the play. Well, he couldn't get back to get it. Was Stankiewicz in possession. He loses to the Belliveau. Goal late in the goal. Belliveau batting, but he scores! A beautiful goal by Belliveau. Danny, beautiful to side bet. And for young Stankiewicz, certainly a low point in his young NHL career. But Belliveau stealing the puck at the blue line as the Blues just parted, disappeared out of there, worked his way in, Plant went down, and Belliveau moving to his right up the goal crease, flipped it up to break Plant's shutout string. Here's Cameron for St. Louis. His shot from the corner. Back it goes to Shack again. He's jammed out of the play by Joe Cromley. Here's Cameron. The Perrier trying to tie him up. Shot back the play goal. He's closing in for the shot. The pass is the goal. Back from Ferguson and Tova. With the defense of Harper playing up. There's Ferguson. He scores! There's Talbot with Belliveau in pursuit. Belliveau gets it, getting 30 seconds in the front. They should be score! Conrad! Ahead to Redmond, to Richard. Richard darting in on that left wing. After him is St. Marceau, the shot to the side of the net. Oh! Richard, they score! Richard was belted by Plager, and a penalty had been indicated. A great play by Henry Richard as he swept around behind the St. Louis net. Barclay Plager, as Danny said, really flattened him, but just at the point of impact, Richard slipped the puck out in front to Jacques Lemaire. And Lemaire drilled a low shot, sort of the puck left the ice, and it did just by a couple of inches into the net behind Jacques Plant.
Well, the first highlight Bob Brewer and I are going to look at, along with you in this period, were the two saves that young Al Smith made in succession in that period. He stopped a shot on the far wing after coming out in a very sharp angle, and then got back very quickly to take the second shot. I will see the move down the ice fairly soon, huh? Really fast. Well, as we work out in slow motion, that's where you'll find it.
There was a breakout there on that shot he made the save on, coming from this end, from Jimmy Clapham. Look how far out he is. Well, he's a long way out of his net. I don't think he got as much of that puck as he wanted to, but he sure made a tremendous recovery coming back on the rebound by Dennis Hall. I think, actually, Dennis probably had that one marked up.
Actually, the coming down the angle is excellent, and his ability to recover it. Both those things suggest he's going to be in the league for a long time.
He had to make a recovery there, or he'd have been in real trouble.
Well, now, let's take a look at Chicago's goal, because there are a lot of interesting things in this particular play. First of all, Moines got himself in a wonderful position, two score, and then a couple of mistakes. Bob, how about you talking about that?
Well, the puck comes to Nikita back of the net in the, I think right at this moment. Now, Palat has got him blacked off here. I think the mistake came there with myself coming in to take Nikita from a position where Nikita couldn't have been any problem anyway. He certainly couldn't score from down there.
Now, that's number 11. He's in the slot. Now, though, there goes Marcel in behind.
Now, this is where, now we've got two men covering one, and obviously, Doug Moons was left uncovered, and it wound up in the net. I think Actually, the problem there is the two-man coverage and a man behind the net who was not a potential scorer.
Bob, any other interesting things in that period?
Well, I think the fact that we reverted to the power play by putting Norm Yeoman back with Floyd Smith and Henderson, and this is the best the Leaf power play has looked to me. And when he put them back, now he may have a reason for splitting them up, but I know they played real well for them when they came towards the end of the season. But as I say, I think with that line back together, the power play looked a little more efficient.
And a very good 2-point, of course, with Keon and Montalak. St. Louis now leads Oakland 2-0. And in just a moment, we'll return to Bill Hewitt, Brian McFarland, the play-by-play of the third period.
Wherever you live, wherever you travel, in the big land, you can always find the first breaker. Molson Export Ale. The big ale in the big land. It's the ale that tastes the way you know a fine ale should taste. Open an Export Ale when the gang drops in at your house. Order an Export Ale when you visit your favorite lounge at Tavern. Enjoy an Export Ale when you're at the cottage or just plain relaxing at home. The ale that's big in flavor, big in popularity, biggest in sales. The big ale in the big land. Molson Export Ale. The first breaker.
The Chicago Blackhawks leading the Toronto Maple Leafs 1-0 as both teams come back on the ice to begin the third period. On our out-of-town scoreboard, the Boston Bruins have taken a 4-1 lead over Pittsburgh. The fourth Boston goal by Stanfield and the first goal for the Pittsburgh Penguins by Lou Angotti in the second period. Minnesota is leading Los Angeles 1-0 on a goal by Big Moose Vasco. Oakland playing at St. Louis tonight, and the St. Louis Blues have goals by Camille Henry from Schock and Picard, and then McDonald from Berenson, so they lead Oakland 2-0, and Oakland, of course, went through the exhibition swing undefeated, but they're having their problems in regular season play. The Montreal Canadiens idle tonight. They play at Detroit tomorrow night. They're fourth on the road. They're at Los Angeles and Oakland later in the week, and in Toronto a week from Wednesday, and they return home for the grand opening of the Montreal Forum the following Saturday, November 2nd, and we certainly hope that everything is in readiness down there. We know we have a lot of viewers watching from Quebec tonight, and we wish everybody involved a grand opening of the new Forum.
On the face-off, it's Pierre Palat over to Mike Walton. The Leafs have a man advantage. Pass for Elman. Alice Mooney went over the line ahead of him. Cleared down the ice. There's 24 seconds left in the penalty to Kit Martin. That's his minor penalty. Still has 10 minutes to serve of his misconduct. Walton, the pass for Elman. Shot the puck in. Ellis races after it. Lets it go. Here Palat out the balls to Elman. Elman in the corner. Shot it back of the net. Keon last it, and it's cleared by Papin down the ice. It's going over the red line as Tom Reed gets out on the ice. So they have to call for icing as they return to full strength.
Here's a question for you, Bill. What NHL coach has never lost a game in his entire NHL career?
Bob Roy.
Good man.
Now set for the face-off from the circle to the right of Dennis DeJordy. Keon with Floyd Smith and Paul Henderson. Jim Dory and Tim Horton. Back of the net for Joe Murat. He just shoots it down the ice again, but it touched Horton's stick, so it won't be icing. And the ice has been very fast tonight. Dory gets it up to Henderson. A long shot at the boards, racing after Keon. Right on goal. And a nice save by Jordy, who stood his ground as Keon got in on him. And the rebound off the boards. Back comes Murat to center. Shot it over the line. Moon's after it. Smith cleared it, but not out. Dan Makita getting set. Pass to Warren. Back to Stapleton. In for Makita. Intercepted by Keon. It goes to Smith. And he shot it behind Keon this time. It goes into the Chicago zone. Warren stopped by Floyd Smith. Gary keeps it in. Took his shot and he missed the target. Moons. Off the boards, out over the blue line. Horton lets it go. It's wide. Keon fans on it. Anderson tried to get it out in front. It goes over to Moons. Moons covered by Ellis. There has it, though. Gets it ahead to Makita. Dan Makita up at center. Takes a long shot out the boards for Warren. And he shot one wide. They're playing these carom shots that are working. That's offside. Warren was late coming outside the blue line. 1-0 Chicago. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
All across Canada, the big ale in the big land is Molson Export Ale.
Walton at center ice. Mickey on the right side. Purford on the left. Radley shot the puck in. Smith just tips it there to Pellick. 1-0 Chicago. 17:33 remaining in the game. Very tight hockey game. It's Mickey. A pass for Purford. Broken up by Jim Pappen. Pappen to Jarrett. Over to Pappen. Covered by Purford. And then Jarrett feeds it to Mackey. Cooper Mackey centering it for Dennis Hare. Then to Jarrett a shot. That hit Mickey. Mickey coming at center. He gets his shot off the target as Walton just seemed to be coasting, and he coasted over the blue line in advance of the shot. 17:07 remaining in the game. 1-0 Chicago. And it's Kiko Mackey facing off with Mike Walton. Pair of 16s. Goes back to Jarrett, to Radlich. Radlich out center, knocking it over the leaf line. Pellick in possession, coming out with it. At center, a long shot, grabbed by the Jordy. Jordy got lost it to Mickey. He sent it at the left. He sent it wide on the backhand. Mike Walton has it again. Tried to center it, and it's Talat covering up. Pappen didn't see a pass coming, and it was knocked back to Jarrett. Up to Pappen. Just got rid of it. Pellick off the boards to Purford. Purford to Pellick. Up at center, a long shot off the boards. Purford went in after it. Pappen wraps it out. Pellick to Talat. Back to Pellick for Purford. And Kiko Mackey, a foot pass to Dennis Hare. He takes a shot, and that one found out Smith and just grazed the goalpost. Seemed to get by Smith. And it timed off the post. Walton failed to get away. Pellick just shoots the puck in. Sutherland is out there now. Radlich coming out of his own zone with Pappen to Bobby Hare. Gets away from Ullman and Ellis over the line. Getting into the close. Grabbed and knocked down by Horton. There's going to be a penalty there. A holding penalty to Horton. Oh, that's when watching a football game today. Hockey Night in Canada is bringing you this game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Chicago Blackhawks.
And now, Molson Canadian entertains. Swing yourself up to real refreshment. Molson Canadian. It's tops with those who really know their beer. So when it's your turn to entertain, serve the bright, clear lager Molson Canadian. It's the crowd pleaser.
Holding to Horton at 4:22, 15:38 remaining in the game. Chicago lead 1-0. Chicago. goal was scored by Mearns from McKeeda and Warren at 11:59. Chicago outshot the Leafs in the second period 16-15. The Leafs outshot Chicago in the first period 13-10. Now on the Hawks with a man advantage. McKeeda, Warren, Mearns, Stapleton, and Bobby Hull. Mearns into McKeeda. Trying to center it. That's the alternative. Comes up with it. Henderson just missed the long pass from Marcel Turnover, Bobby Hull. Around the boards. Knocked it out to the right side for Warren. Henderson stopped him. Gary throwing it to the board. Still has it. And flicks it down the ice. Pat Stapleton starting up now for the Hawks as Bobby Hull took the pass. Gets away from Gary. He lost his stick. Warren for Bobby Hull. Back to Warren to Bobby Hull to Warren. Back to Bobby Hull coming out of front. He shot it wide. Hull stepped in front of his man. Gary still hasn't got a hockey stick. The puck from McKeeda hit Henderson. Henderson comes up with it. Over for Ellis. Ellis over the line. Trying to cut in. Not in front of the net, but lost the puck. Back up for Stapleton to McKeeda. McKeeda over the blue line. Going in with Mearns. McKeeda waits. Still has it. Turn. A pass right to Bobby Hull. Shot. And it's good. Mearns. Hooked it in the net. And Bobby Hull.
Well, you all saw the puck lying right in the goal crease, and here's the play, and what's this engineering by Stan McKeeda? He looks like he's going to shoot. He holds on. He waits. He's got Hull set up. There's Bobby all alone in front. The puck almost dribbles in, and Mearns jumps in there quickly to make sure.
Chicago goal scored by number 11, Mearns. Assist, number 9, Bobby Hull, on number 21, McKeeda. The time, 5:46.
5:46, it's 2-0 now, Chicago Blackhawks. 14:05 remaining. Nico Mackey for Dennis Hull. Over the blue line. There's his shot, and that's high off the glass. Clifford then to Perrat. To Mike Walton. He shoots it in. The rebound picked up by Jarrett. Walton moved up. Jarrett came up with it. Chico Mackey for Dennis Hull, and Larry Mickey has it for the Leafs, and he just gets rid of it. Well, on to Jim Papin's stick. Papin to Ravlich, over to Jarrett. Up to Papin, back to Ravlich. And to Jarrett. Jarrett to Chico Mackey. He's bumped. Goes offside at the Maple Leaf blue line. 13 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the game, and the score is 2-0 Chicago. Mearns has scored both goals at 11:59 of the second period from McKeeda and Warren, and from Bobby Hull and McKeeda at 5:46 of the third.
Bobby Earl has scored for Boston as it's 5-1 for the Bruins over the Penguins.
Jim Gary flipping it right down to Marat. Gary coming down the ice now for the Leafs over the line. Throws it out to the wing. Elburn gets it up to center ice. Horton poked at it. Bobby Hull gets it. Missed a check from Sutherland to Nesterenko, who was checked. That hit the referee. Horton. Back by Nesterenko. It's cleared up to center ice. Here's a breakaway for Bobby Hull, going in alone. Ready on goal. He shoots. He's shot wide. Ellis to Gary. And Gary just shoots it down the ice. As Bobby Hull had a breakaway. Tried to draw Smith out, and then he missed. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
More people drink Molson Export Ale than any other ale in Canada. Join them and enjoy the big ale in the big land.
There was no way in the world he would have missed that empty net, but for that curved-bladed stick he uses. He prefers it, and of course they legislated this year to make sure that curve doesn't get way out of bounds. It has to be 1.5 inches now, I believe, is the regulation. Maximum.
Well, they sacrificed their backhand for a forehand shot. Radley shooting it, knocked down by Ricky Lee. He's out in the defense. Here's a chance for Warren a shot. Smith stopped out. Nikita lets one go, and that's wide, and it goes down the ice. 11:56 remaining in the hockey game. 2-0 Chicago. Radley. Long pass for the blue line. Nikita tipping it over on the left side for Moons, and Ricky Lee has it for the Leafs. Right on a Warren stick. Warren just shoots it into the Leafs zone. That's over the red line, and that'll be icing. Foul against the Blackhawks. 11:35 remaining in the game. Chicago 2, Toronto, no score.
Bobby Hull is ninth in the all-time regular season point race. Behind Howe, Belleville, Richard, Vecchio, Bathgate, Lindsay, Kelly, and Jeffrion.
Ricky Lee is shot, and that was deflected by Keon, but it missed the target. Here Palat for Keon, knocking it back in the net. Like Jarrett. Now Henderson to Nikita, intercepted by Smith to Keon. Keon shoots the puck right back in again, goes after it. Radley skated out. Henderson given a bump. The Jordy for Jarrett. Jarrett to Nikita. Nikita moves and runs. Warren racing down the right side, gets the pass. Ricky Lee covers him. He tried to center it. Moons hit the back of the net. Cleared it to the open ring, and Henderson has it. Henderson up at center. Over the line. Closes in with a pass. It's deflected right to the Jordy. He's struck by Keon. Keon then back to Smith. The shot right on. Henderson gets the rebound. Stapleton gets in front of him. Keon went to the bird. And he holds it there for a faceoff. 10 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. And as we were mentioning in the intermission, Brian, there's an example where the goalkeeper didn't leave his crease but still held onto the puck.
What a rise from the crowd. Stan Nikita going off. His parents from Czechoslovakia and his sister from Czechoslovakia are at Maple Leaf Gardens tonight watching him play his first National Hockey League game. We're watching for the first time Stan Nikita in a National Hockey League game.
Chicago 2, Toronto nothing. Martin, Fulford, Mickey, Horton, and Dory. Patton lost the drop. Dory has it. The blue line, a shot right on. And a nice save by the Jordy on that shot. Chikomaki going back to the bench for some instruction on the faceoff after Walton got that draw. Chicago leads 2-0. The Leafs are playing every man up, trying to get on the scoreboard. Clifford and Marat were fencing a little bit. Then the faceoff, Clifford went down. Stapleton shoots it to the blue line. Dory stepped into Papin. Gives it to Clifford. He just shoots it down the ice. That's going to be icing as he shot it from his own side of center. 10 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the hockey game. Face-off coming all the way back into the Leaf zone to the left. That's checking the Leaf players at every move. Chicago has moved every man inside the blue line. Then the face-off, the puck is flipped out over the blue line. Marat over to Stapleton, back to Marat. Marat waits ahead for Chikomaki, intercepted by Horton. Horton racing down the right wing, gets away from the check. Stapleton then steps in front of him, Witt, and goes back of the net, stops. Sent it right in front. Mickey took a shot, and it was slapped by the Geordie as Mickey's shot was weak. And then Purford gets into the thick of things with Chico Mackey.
That was involved too, Bill. He and Purford exchanged pleasantries on the face-off a few moments ago. Leaf player Mickey could not get a hard shot away. There was obviously another stick against his. So the score remains Chicago 2, Toronto 0. Now we have a change. Bobby Hull is out there.
Oliver is coming out to play on the left wing now for the Maple Leafs, with Elman at center and Ellis on the right side. Palat and Ricky Lee on the defense. Nikita with Nesterenko and Bobby Hull. It's cleared right in front. It comes back to the blue line. Ricky Lee went in after it. Nikita gets a break now over the line. Gets his shot. Smith made the save. Palat bumped into Nikita. Bobby Hull after it. Back to Jarrett. Jarrett shot it around back of the net. Smith again Nikita, who had to skate behind him. Hellman over the line, closing in, puts his shot right in front. It's there! It's knocked into the net. We'll see who they give credit for it, but it was the Geordie that knocked that puck back into the net with a stick.
I think they did it to Ronnie Ellis. We'll wait and see. Harmon made the play, and the key on it was at the blue line. Here it is now as the Leafs move up. The Leafs finally beating Dennis DeGeordie. Harmon with the puck. Here's the play developing. And at the blue line, Ravlich loses his glove and gets caught. There's the shot, and it's banged into the open net behind DeGeordie. We'll see who gets credit. My guess is Ellis.
Toronto goal scored by number 9, Elman. Unassisted. The time, 10:53.
10:53 is the time, so apparently Elman's shot that hit the post and knocked back into the net by the goalkeeper, and Elman gets credit for the goal. Elman has it again. Tried to center it in front for Oliver, and it shot down the ice by Chicago. Touch there, and that's icing called against the Blackhawks. So it's Elman at 10:53 unassisted.
I thought Ellis got his stick on the puck, Bill, and I noticed the players did pat him on the back, but of course Elman was the one who carried it up and got by Ravlich at the Chicago blue line.
Well, that's one of those kind of plays, Brian, that you very difficult to judge. But one of the players themselves can tell you. Back comes Tappan. Spun around. Parat then to Elman. Up to Oliver. Oliver over the line. Elman closing in. He shoots. Nice save by DeGeordie on that shot. And he got his glove in the way, and it's cleared down the ice to center. Ricky Lee then to Parat. Up for Elman. Put Martin. Last the puck. Dennis Hull. Put by Parat. And there's going to be a penalty there. Parat. Manhandling Dennis Hull around the door. The Toronto Leafs gets the gate. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Toronto penalty to number 2, Palat.
When you're at a pub watching the Hockey Night in Canada, ask for Molson Canadian Lager on draft or Molson Export Ale on draft.
11:49 is the time of the high-sticking penalty to Parat. 8:11 remaining in the hockey game. Chicago 2, Toronto 1. So it's Dan Mikita, Moons, Warren, Bobby Hull, and Pat Stapleton. Puck is dropped. Bobby Hull gets his shot. Smith stopped out on the short side. Makita centered it. Moons took a shot. Hurton off the board. Stapleton knocked it down. Mickey then to Jim Dory, but it was a delayed whistle finally called offside when the puck was back in the lead zone. Leaf short-handed. Knocks with a man advantage. Goes back to Bobby Hull. To Stan Makita. He's over the line. Takes his shot off Dory. Herford. Up to Mickey. Mickey fails to get it out, but Stapleton shot it out. Harrell. Over to Stapleton. To Moons. To Makita. Got it over the line. Herford throws it back out and down the ice. 7:32 remaining in the hockey game. 2-1 Chicago. Mickey gets the loose puck and then last it to Pat Stapleton. Dan Makita leaving it for Warren. Back to Stapleton. Up for Warren. Over to Bobby Hull. Into the corner. Back for Warren. Cleared up in front, and Horton shoots it down the ice. 50 seconds left in the penalty to Pierre Perrault. Stapleton back for it. Stapleton, a pass ahead to Papin. He takes a long shot. Smith. Over to Horton. Horton trying to stick handle his way out. Around the boards for Keon, and they fell, and there's no further play with Horton on top of Makita. 21 seconds left in Pierre Perrault's penalty. 6:32 remaining in the hockey game, and the score, Chicago 2, Toronto 1. It's split night now. Dennis Hull, Jim Papin, Jarrett, and Radley. Puck is dropped. Horton steps into Martin. The puck is cleared down the ice. Perrault getting set to return in 12 seconds. Radlich over for Jarrett. Back by Keon. Then it goes down the ice, and Horton has to pick it up at the blue line to Jim Dory. 2 seconds left, and Perrault is back on the ice. Dory puts it over the line. Henderson gets a hold of it. There's his shot. He just missed the target. It's cleared into the corner. Back of the net under the far wing. Dennis Hull covered by Henderson. Jarrett. Stopped by Keon. It's shot to an open wing. Radlich. Got it by Dory this time, and it goes down the ice. Horton after it. He shot it down the ice, and that's going over the red line with 5:34 left. Radlich will touch it icing against the Maple Leafs. This game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
When it's your turn to entertain, choose Molson Canadian. It's the crowd pleaser.
Masterenko, Chico Mackey, Jim Morat, Pat Stapleton coming out along with Bobby Hull. Bill Perrault, Ricky Lee, Tommy Ullman, Ron Ellis, and Murray Oliver. On the face-off, Ullman up for Ellis. He gets it up to center ice. Murray Oliver over the line, and he's checked from behind by Chico Mackey. Bobby Hull winding up. Goes away from Ullman. Over the blue line, left it there for Masterenko. His shot is high. They go to the boards and hold it there. Tremendous speed by Bobby Hull in that play, Don.
Just seems to be getting wound up in this third period. He's been flying the last 5 or 10 minutes every time he's out there.
You better run another 20 feet to the rink so he doesn't get hurt on his nose.
Perhaps they're glad he settled his contract dispute. Billy Ray, nobody's saying how much he got. Billy Ray figures during the hockey season he earns about $400 a day. That's not bad.
He isn't. Hardman to Ricky Lee. Back for Hardman. Over to Palat. Palat blasts the puck. Here's a chance for Chico Mackey and Bobby Hare, and he shot it behind Bobby Hare, who didn't expect it. Over to Ron Ellis. Ellis at center. Takes a long shot. Jordy gloves it. Drops it there for Stapleton. Murray Oliver. For Pierre Palat. Back to Oliver. Centered it, and Hellman tipped it, but he missed the net. Comes back all over the blue line. Ricky Lee to Pierre Palat. Back to Lee. 4:22 left in the game. It's 2-1 Chicago. Gil Murat. A long pass around for Bobby Halligan. Here he goes. Up at center. There's the shot. And the score! Bobby Hare, a hot drive.
Well, don't feel badly, Al Smith. You're not the first one to let one go in like that. That's what the crowd pays to see. Bobby Hare with one of those patented shots from long range. Here he is winding up. We'll watch it again. There's the shot, like a bullet. It hit Al Smith, bounced behind him, and trickled into the goal.
Chicago goal scored by number 9, Bobby Hare. Assist number 2, Marat. Time 15:51.
15:51. There's nothing you can do with a drive like that one. When he has a chance to wind up. Makita tipped the puck into the corner. Pickford after it. Burton fires. Still maintains possession. Chicago 3, Toronto 1. 3:44. Jim Dory. Over to Mickey, head for right, hit the back of his skate. Makita, he lets the shot go. Smith stopped by another shot, and that was just off the target. Pickford to Jim Dory. Pass for Wilson, failed to correct. Mickey over to Horton. Back to Jim Dory. Over to Mickey. He took a shot. Radwich to Makita. Walton has it. To Dory. Over to Horton. For Pickford, and he failed to get through. Dory over the line. Mickey and Dory bumped together. The puck goes loose, and it's Jarrett. Over for Makita. Horton has it. Dory over to Pickford. Pickford over the blue line. That's his shot go, and Dory caught that one. Shot around for Dennis Hull. Over to Martin. Up to Radlich. Radlich for Dennis Hull. He just failed to get it loose, and it's knocked back to Jim Pappen. 2:27 remaining in the hockey game. 3-1 Chicago. Radlich. Ahead for Martin. He gets it back to Pappen. Over for Jarrett, up to Martin. Palat breaks it up. Over to Walton. And Floyd Smith, looked at by Martin again. Martin down the ice at center over the blue line. Turn around, gets it loose, and is right after it. And he missed it. Floyd Smith to Walton was over his stick. 1:50 remaining in this hockey game. 3-1 Chicago. Pierre Palat to Ricky Lee. Long shot off the boards. Dennis Hull back for it. Keon tried to steal the puck. Martin knocked it back of the net for Pappen. Off the boards. Pierre Palat stops it, gets his shot. Keon tried to deflect it. Back of the net for Smith. He centered it. Henderson missed it. Ricky Lee lost it to Murat. Over for Dennis Hull. In for Murat. Keon goes back for it. 1:10 left in the game. To Palat. Back up to Keon. Over the line to Smith. Smith cutting in, takes the shot.
Last minute of play in the game.
Smith lost his Dennis Hurd turned the shot off the skate. Jim Dory, let's run, go. It's right in front of the net. Oh, Dave Smith shot it by the open corner. Henderson a shot. Cleared off the boards, past Dory and down the ice it goes to the lead blue line. Cleared by Kalata Henderson, the Keon. Back to Dory. Shot it out of the Chicago net with 24 seconds left. Cleared out, Horton stopping it. Herbert Oliver. Stopped by Stapleton, 14 seconds left. Nestorenko throwing right onto Horton's stick with 8 seconds left. 3-1 Chicago, over to Dallas to Elman. Ahead for Dory, and there goes the ball, and the game is over. 3 goals in the final period. Burns from Bobby Hull and Makita at 5:46. Elman assisted at 10:53. Bobby Hull from at 15:51 from Murat. Final score, Chicago Blackhawks 3, Toronto Maple Leafs 1. In just a moment, our 3-star selection.
At your parties, let the ale that tastes the way a fine ale should taste. Complete the picture. Most people in the big land ask for the ale with a touch of tradition in its taste. The ale that fits into any relaxing moment. And one of the best parts of the day comes when you meet your friends and join up with the big ale. Canada's largest selling ale from Molson's independent brewery since 1786.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the 3 stars of tonight's game, selected by Foster Hewitt. The first star, Dennis DeJordy. Second star, Doug Moons. And the third star, Al Smith.
On behalf, I don't think there's a person in the Gardens would have traded places with Al Smith on that shot by Bobby Hull.
No, he's, of course, Bobby Hull has beaten other good goalkeepers, too, that way. It was a bullet shot. There's no question about that. But I thought that Al Smith really kept the Leafs in there in the first 2 periods. In fact, the 2 goalkeepers were outstanding. But as far as the forwards, I didn't think any of them really stood out to advantage except Moans and Stan Makita. Now, that is a matter of Moans or Makita, but I picked on Moans because he got the 2 goals.
Perhaps we could take a look at that, the big blast by the big bomber, Bobby Hull. He took a pass from Joe Murat, as I recall, and up there about 15 minutes midway or through the third period of play, and let one go. The puck seemed to go up just a bit as he shot it, but we'll get a better look at it on the playback.
I thought Al Smith kind of deflected it with his glove into the net. He seems to have just one lapse a game and a thing like that. He's had just tough luck, I would say.
Well, all of the Leafs, of course, have had lapses the last couple of games. Their passing has been a little spotty, and they've gone in jerks and spurts, it seems.
That's right. It wasn't a very exciting hockey game, I didn't think.
All right, Foster, thank you very much. Hockey Night in Canada continues in just a moment.
Let's consider the problem logically. You have friends coming over for a visit. They like the big ale in the big land. Molson Extra. You prefer the Fender Lager. Molson Canadian. So, what's the logical solution? Molson Pleasure Pack. Logic of sheer pleasure. Look what Pleasure Pack has for you. 12 export ale and 12 Canadian lager. Together in the same pack. and at a lower price than 12 of each. So when all your friends get together, remember to remember Molson Pleasure Cup. From Molson's, independent brewers since 1786. Get a pack.
The three stars once again, DeJordy, Moons, and Smith. Shots on goal, the Blackhawks outshot Toronto 37-36. Other time scores, Boston leading 5-1 over Pittsburgh, and that is not a final as yet. Los Angeles losing to Minnesota 2-0, and St. Louis leading Oakland 2-0. So at the present moment in the Eastern Division, Chicago's out in front with 8 points. Boston, should they win that game, and it's not likelihood they will be tied with them. Montreal 5, Toronto 3, New York 2, and Detroit 2 points. And in the other division, no change from earlier, although St. Louis could move up with their win if they keep up with their score tonight. They have 4 points, Minnesota, and Los Angeles 3. Next Wednesday on Hockey Night in Canada, the St. Louis Blues will be in against the Maple Leafs here in the Gardens, and next Saturday it will be the Boston Bruins. So the final score here at Maple Leaf Gardens, Chicago Blackhawks 3, Toronto Maple Leafs 1. From Maple Leaf Gardens, Ward Canal, good night, everyone.
Dealers, agents, and distributors. Ford, the better idea company with better products for you. And Molson's, brewers of Molson Export Ale and Molson Canadian Lager Beer.
Hockey Night in Canada is protected by copyright. Unauthorized reproduction by any means, in whole or in part, is not permitted. This is the CBC Television Network.